Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ree's Ramblings. I am Shauna, and it's great to see you guys again. Well, you guys are seeing me. I'm not seeing you. Awkward much. But it's really great to be on here, just to ramble with you guys as I always do. Today I want to talk a bit about moving pieces. So I've been mentioning it a lot on my Instagram, just about feeling as if there are so many different pieces moving and I don't know what direction they're going in or how they fit in the puzzle, but in spite of it all, I am grateful. And I know many times that some there are different things happening in our lives, and we're like, what's going on? Like, God, is this you? Or just like situations where you probably think it's the devil, or like a punishment or a test, or just life being life and doing what it does, you know. But what I've come to realize in my 27 years on this earth is that nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, happens without a reason. And as a believer, I believe wholeheartedly that God has his hands on my life and he's orchestrating everything. If you're not a believer, that's totally fine. But yeah, he's in control of it all, even the things that makes no sense, especially the things that make no sense. So I'm going to share with you guys about a couple of the moving pieces in my life right now. I recently moved to a new apartment. I won't show you guys because even as I'm filming this video and looking around, it is chaos. But how did I get to this new place? So I woke up one morning. There were a lot of things happening in my life, and I woke up one morning and I saw a message from my landlord saying, "Hey, you need to move out at the end of this month because my parents need the house." I was like, "What? I have a lease? Like, we have a contract? Like, how does that work?" But then this is China, and for those who've visited China or who've lived in China or you still live in China, you know, like that hashtag, this is China, because there are some things that it just happens here, and it only happens here, and we've become so used to it that it's the norm. Like, we accept it because we don't have a choice. For those outside of China, you would be like, well, how could they do that, and what did you do, and blah 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 blah. But unfortunately, there is nothing to do. So I started house hunting immediately. In China, it's really easy to find a house because we're all in communities, and at the gate or at the bottom floor of every community, there's like the real estate agent. You go there, you tell them what you want, you tell them your budget, bam bam bam, you get a house. Also in China, once you view a house and you're interested in the house, you are like expected to sign the contract within 3 days. That is something that I learned during this house hunting because I didn't know about it from before. So when I found a couple houses that I liked, and I was like, oh, this is nice, and one of them even had a bathtub, which is like so amazing in China and not normal and so strange. And if you get one, like, you just grab it up immediately. But that house didn't work out. How? While house hunting, my landlord messaged me again the same day. He messaged me in the morning, "You need to leave." He messaged me at night, "Oh, you don't need to leave anymore because my parents won't come to the house again." Like, sir, what? How? Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to take this? So I was like, okay, should I stay? Because the place where I lived was cheaper than the place that I'm currently at. So I'm like, should I stay, stack my cash, and, you know, save what I can for those couple of months until his mother or his dad until both of them like show up. But where we live, it's really cold, so I asked, like, will they come in the summer? He's like, after summer. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, after summer, it's going to be cold. I don't want to be homeless. Like, I don't want to be moving after summer. So, you know what? Let me just find a place. So the first place that I liked, the one with the bathtub, we negotiated, we agreed on a price. I was supposed to go sign the contract. The morning I was supposed to go sign a contract, the real estate agent messaged me, oh, he signed a contract with someone else. Again, how? We had an agreement, we set an appointment, like, but this is China. First, I was disappointed because I really liked the house and I was looking forward to the bathtub. But as I said, everything happens for a reason. That landlord, because we negotiated the price, like the house, it came with 2 TVs. He took one out just because it's a cheaper price. It had a lot of tables. He removed the tables, and when I was like, why would you do that? Like, you advertised the place with it. Like, that's classic bait and switch. Why would you do that? Oh, that's just how it is. Like, no explanation, no remorse, nothing. So I think I dodged a bullet by not renting his place or living in his place. This place that I'm in now, it's much bigger than that place. No bathtub, but I have a balcony, actually, like 2 balconies. Which I can do like DIY projects or something with if I have the strength. I don't know if I can muster the energy to do it. Because why can't I muster the energy, or why don't I think I want to muster the energy? Moving to this place was such a pain. Like, how do I have this much stuff? It makes no sense, 0 sense. I have lived in China for almost 4 years. So, okay, of course, you buy stuff and, over time, they add up. But for me, I'm so tiny. Like, it's just me. I've always lived alone. The apartments, they come furnished. So, why do I have this much stuff? Because I am a shopaholic. Like, I mentioned it in a previous podcast that I'm trying to practice sustainable fashion where I don't shop, I don't buy anything because it's ridiculous. The amount of clothes that I have, guys, I only have one body. And even this dress that I'm wearing, I think I bought this dress in 2020, I think. And this is my 2nd time wearing it. Why? But I'm really grateful to my friends. They helped me to move and it took forever. We started at 7 p.m. and we didn't finish until 1:30 a.m. And I've realized that I'm a hoarder because even when I was packing, like, I have t-shirts that I brought with me to China from Jamaica. They're old, they're tattered, and I'm like, should I throw them out? No, because I love them. They're so comfy and I can sleep in them when I'm sad or when it's raining or something. I really do need to do better, and I am trying, guys. I really am. And I have not shopped since January, and I feel like I mentioned that in like every episode, but it is noteworthy, and I am so proud of myself because usually every event, every dinner, or every holiday, okay, I need to get something new, like that constant need. And now I'm shopping from my closet and I am enjoying it. I mean, it is a little difficult when I pass the stores. I'm like, should I go in? I'm like, you know what? Flee from temptation. But so moving to this new place was one of the moving pieces that I mentioned on my Instagram. So literally, like a moving pieces. So while I was moving, I even posted this picture of the man laying on my mattress, because in China they have these really thin mattress, like it feels like you're sleeping on board or on the floor, and it's normal. They'll tell you, oh, 中国人很喜欢, like Chinese people really like, no, I'm not Chinese, I do not like it. Like, no, I do not want to wake up with aches and pain every day as if I am 60 years old. So they got me a new one, but in classic Chinese fashion, the realtor gave him the wrong address, and I live on the 5th floor, and there are 6 floors in my building, and buildings in Chinese with only 6 floors, they do not have a lift. So The poor man went to the wrong building. He hauled the mattress like all the way to the 5th floor. When I got there, I'm like, where is he? And then he's like, oh, this building. I'm like, I don't live in that building, sir. Like, what are you doing over there? So he was going on and on, like, who made the mistake? Was it you or was it the agent? I'm like, did I have a conversation with you? How can I make the mistake? So he had to take it back down and then walk all the way to my building. And he got so frustrated, he just threw it down on the ground and just laid there. Like, I kid you not. The picture is on my Instagram at Shauna Reeves 18. That is the story. That is how that man like decided to deal with the situation. He's like, you know what, girl, this is too much for me. I'm just gonna rest here. And the Chinese, they love "Sushi ba, sushi," like rest, always. So yeah, he just decided to do that, and that's also another classic. This is China, because where else would they do that? Like, how unprofessional is this? But always a production, another moving piece. My internet. I wanted to just move my internet box from my old house to this new house. Let me tell you, I was on the phone with these people for about 6 hours, just constantly like, and I in the first message that I sent to them, I explained everything. Like, this is what I wanted. And I sent it in different messages because, again, another lesson that you learn living in China, you cannot send them a whole paragraph, because similar to like how you send a man a message and he just responds to one thing, literally that is the Chinese people. So you have to send the messages in bits by bits. So like that annoying person who texts you, hey, what's up? Where are you? What are you doing? Instead of just like in one paragraph. That's what I did. And then the man messaged me, so what did you say you wanted again? I'm like, oh my God. So finally got my internet after just days of the back and forth. But again, this is China. Similarly, if you want to open a bank account, you go to, or you want to send money. Ooh. You go to the bank and they take your passport. Like, let me grab a book. Yeah, okay, my book. So they take your passport and they do like this, and you're like, oh my God, like, don't rip the pages out. And they, like, this is literally how they do it. And like 5 people, not one person, not one teller. No. It's got to be at least 5. And they got to come from the back room, and they got to call this one and that one. This is China. SIM card. I can remember someone in the Jamaican group, he was complaining like he was in the store, I think, for like 5 hours trying to sign up for a SIM card. Then they told him like, you have to come back the next day. It's never simple. It's never simple. And yeah, but thankfully that part is over now. I'm in my new place. I got internet. Yeah, so I'm really excited. This space, it feels really open. It feels like I can create a lot here, which is something that I need, like the inspiration and almost like a blank canvas. I mean, like to create, not to fill it with more stuff, which is what I have to keep reminding myself. Like, okay, you have a bigger space now, but that does not mean you should go crazy. So I have to try to hold myself accountable. But guys, like, everything that happened, from my landlord saying, hey, you gotta go, to losing that first place, to finding this place and the internet, like, it was all orchestrated by the same hand, because now I have a new contact for the internet. My landlord and I, my new landlord, like, we got much closer, and I have her in my corner, which is so very important in Chinese, like, in China, sorry, to have a Chinese person that you can call on at any time to help you. And that would have not that wouldn't have happened had it not been for the issues that I was facing with my internet. So it all just, yeah, it's connected, you know what I mean? So you may see A as annoying, but then you need A to get to B, and you need B to get to C, and that's how it continues, because every issue, every trial, every struggle, every obstacle provides you with something else, something new. It equips you with the strength, with the knowledge, with the tolerance, with the patience that you need for the next level. I mean, don't get me wrong, when you're at A, you're like, no, I need to go to B, like right now, like, you know, man, I have no time for this. Like, why is this only happening to me? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, these are thoughts that I say and that I think and that I actually verbalize sometimes. Like, why me? Am me alone supposed to struggle? Like, but every time when I get to the other side, I can see the wisdom. I can see in hindsight that I needed to go through this. I needed the lessons. And yeah, I just hope that for you guys, whatever you're going through, or if you're not going through anything, perfect, good, awesome. I'm so happy for you. But for those of you who are, I hope that you can take stock of this season and just try to think, what is it teaching me? What can I get from this to help me with the next? And I'm not trying to repeat myself because I talk about this a lot, but it's not only for you guys, but it's also for me. Like, I have to remind myself, and even in the Bible, like David, when like you read the Psalms, and we love to quote David, and he will be like, God, why is this happening to me? And then in the next breath, he's like, oh, but I remember when you did this. You know what I mean? So I do that a lot, and maybe you do, maybe you don't, but this is an encouragement for myself. So I hope it encourages you. I hope that you guys have gotten something from me sharing about my crazy life, and there's a lot more to come, and I promise I will share more with you guys. But for now, I just want to keep working on being consistent, hard as hell, but I'm trying to show up for myself because discipline, consistency, it is a part of self-care and it is a part of self-love, because we can write all the to-do lists that we want. We can have all these plans and all that thing, but if we're not consistent, if we don't have the discipline to actually do it, then nothing will get done. Similarly, with the different situations or the moving pieces, if you decide like, I'm just gonna let life happen to me, then that's exactly what's gonna happen. Life is just gonna happen, and you're not in control of anything. And if you don't plan your life, then someone else will plan it for you. Like, they've said that on Instagram University. But it is so true. Yeah. So thank you guys for listening, for watching. It's been great to come on here and just share that with you guys. I will try to do more video content moving forward, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this with someone if you think it will bless their life. I was actually speaking to someone a couple of days ago, and he was saying like, your content is really good. You're such an inspiration. And I was like, oh my God, stop it. So if me or my content inspires you, I would just like to kindly ask you to share it with a friend, like share it with someone. And yeah, let's hope it blesses their life. Let's hope it inspires some action, provokes thought, which is my aim. So thank you guys for listening again. Remember to connect with me on Instagram at Shauna Reeves 18. And here I go rambling again. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good everything. Bye guys.